crapping in. I'm gonna explain something here. It's like, alright, check this out. When I stand here and I got my arm up like this, the way I learned this, right here, it's not because someone taught it to me. It's because, since I'm right-handed, it was like when I first learned how to fight in a kung fu manner, I would always do this block right here, look, like that or like this, okay? And my buddy, you know, he'd be opposite of me, so when I went like this, if he went like that, we kept connecting bones, man. Instead of hitting on these meaty sections of the arm, we kept clashing on these bones. So he hit me once, bam, ah. You know what I mean? And then, since I relied heavily on this side of my body, I kept using it kind of as a crutch. You know what I mean? Because at the time, I couldn't bust out with a lefty. Or even not just a lefty, but just a left with no opposite side. But basically, yeah, we kept clashing bones. I mean, the thing about this bone here, if I grabbed your arm and I hit with the bone, but I hit here on your arm, my bone will be okay, but your muscle will feel a residual effect. But if I crack bone on bone, especially in the middle of this bone, it's really weak. And basically what it did is it turned into a big knot, like not even a Charlie horse, like just a big bruise, right? So in order to keep sparring, I had to drop this arm totally. I hit it behind me like this, and I had to use this arm. So if a dude punched this way, I'd have to block like this. If he punched over here, I'd block like this. If he went for the ribs here, I'd swing it here. If he swung here, I'd have to knock it here. And all that. So I had to learn to be able to block with one arm. And then it gave way for one down, one up. Because automatically, when I come here, once again, it cuts me from being square and a big target, a big square target, to a skinnier target. And same thing. Since I was so used, because my arm was damaged for a while, anytime I threw it up, it seems like I kept getting hit in the same spot, and it would just cause a lot of pain and discomfort. So I just had to, it's basically almost learning to fight with one hand behind your back. Yes, there is weaknesses here. I mean, it can be done. But, I mean, unless you're really good, you know what I'm saying? There's no reason just to fight that way. Unless there's some kind of problem like I was just explaining there. But, basically, when you got one here, look. This one is protecting the groin. That one, look, it's protecting this neck. So if a person punches at your neck, you can move his punch to the side. You can reroute it, and then at any time you can drop that one and raise the other one. So you also got this right here. So one arm, you can push up, you can push down, you can push to that side, here, up, down. You know, it's with one arm. You got to move really fast. Cause look, you block a punch over here. This punch right here is dangerous. I mean, if you use the other arm, you can just move it out of the way. But if not, if you're so hurt, you're gonna have to come to here, and as he punches with the other, your one arm's gonna have to be faster than their two arms. You know what I mean? But I noticed in the ninja book a common like ninja posture would to go like this, because you're already partially in your stance already. I mean, you could drop it, like I said, to back here. One arm. The deceptive thing about one arm is if you can keep him confused with one arm for a while, they'll forget you have another arm. And then by the time they get used to the way you're fighting and you keep sliding past them or parrying them out the way, you switch sides, man. You just pivot your body. And this pivot from here to here, that pivot plus the punch adds it adds like G-forces into it. But one down protects the crotch, one protects the neck, and plus it also kind of looks, it doesn't look like your arm. But I was watching Detroit Pawn, and the owner was having a fucking argument with this guy. And as in the middle of the argument, the owner, he went like this. He touched his chin, and his other arm went to here. And he sat there and he listened to the guy. And as soon as the guy relented in his intensity, then the guy was kind of, he was active. He was proactive. He was ready in case there was a confrontation. But I just noticed it. I mean, this is pretty. Here, there's the stomach's open, but all I got to do really is block here. If a person punches like this, and I drop that elbow on their arm as they punch towards me, they're gonna stop trying that maneuver. So I mean, this part right here, it really protects this, which you get hit here one good time, it's over. The heart, there's not a lot of people who have the power to hit you and actually damage your heart. There's not a lot of people. I mean, it can be done, but it's not likely. Your ribs are designed very good. They're like rounded like an egg. Like you try to squeeze an egg, you can't break it because of its structure is designed to withstand impact. You know what I mean? Too much impact will crack the egg, but look, a squeeze won't crack it unless it's a very violent squeeze with a certain kind of leverage and mathematical advantage. You know what I mean? So there's not many people who can hit the heart and take you out, but right here under the heart and under the ribs and here, this part, look, that part, this diaphragm, if someone hits you in the diaphragm straight, you might be able to take it and breathe it out. But if a person hits you upwards in the diaphragm, there's nothing you can do about it. You go, it's kind of like the Heimlich maneuver. You pull up in here, and it makes them go forward. Same thing when you hit them there. So, this kind of posture protects the diaphragm. You got the neck, because I mean down, side to side. It's pretty covered. If someone tries to hit you, you can block very easy from this position, even to the heart. You can catch in the middle their fist. They go low, you just drop this arm. Same thing. You know what I'm saying? And any time you can switch and then just reverse the order. So sometimes it is a good idea to pretty much tie one of your arms behind your back and learn to still function properly in a scenario with a disadvantage, with half your stuff gone. I mean, and it can be done. I've done it. Because, I mean, my buddy, he ain't no slouch. So when I get hit, it hurts. So I'm doing everything I can to either back up, move out of the way to the side, deflect, block. You know what I mean? And I didn't learn none of that until I got hurt. And I had to just put it to the side and put the other one out.